Liliette, my girl, ready for your penultimate lesson? Sick. Now, part of you must be wondering, Dante, we've already gone through pickup lines, interests, and observations. What other ways could there be to strike up a relationship? Well, shut your silly mouth, because of course there is. It's remembering that there's a difference between talking to a friend and talking to an acquaintance. Alright, take somebody you meet at a party, for instance. Maybe you work together, but in different departments. Or you have mutual friends, but you never hung out solo. Heck, maybe you even chatted before, have each other's socials and chat now and then, but you've only ever had a few interactions. Does that make you friends? Whew, all right, good. That's good that you know that. Sometimes others just automatically assume you're friends with somebody just off a few small interactions in real life or on socials. The parasocial paradox is real. Like, wanting to make friends is totally fine, right? But damn, nowadays there's objects that have whole dependencies on others who barely even know them. Kinda makes you think. Anyway, let's move on to the next part of the lesson. So, this begs the question, how do you go from being an acquaintance to friend, or maybe even beyond, to romance? Well, if you follow the way of the flame, it's all about investing in someone to understand them on a deeper level. Sure, you may have broken the ice, but that's just the tip of the iceberg. I'm gonna teach you how to melt that sucker down. Alright, another hypothetical situation. Let's say this acquaintance is a mutual friend. It's like in your hobby group or whatever. You happen to have a meeting and you want to be closer friends with them. So you sit near them. A topic comes up that you don't have much knowledge about, but they're extremely passionate about it. What do? On the ball, showing that body language, that active interest. You may not understand everything about what they like, but you want to learn more because you're interested in what they have to say, and by extension, them. You're really getting the hang of this. All right, nice job. That concludes our lesson. This is really fun. Have you got any questions for me before we go? Fired up. Well, it's about actually making sure you build a friendship with a prospective partner. Humans are out here getting into situationships and they don't even think about actually accepting their partner for who they are. Like, no, you ain't gonna change a person to your whims just because you think they're hot and want them. You don't get to change how they are to suit you. Yeah, you need to be able to be vulnerable with your partner. Even though your attraction is often what leads us to talk to someone for the first time, it only goes so far. If you want a long-lasting relationship that is sexy and mutually fulfilling, it's about the personal trust you build with them based off your mutual friendship. That, to me, is the most important thing. You mean hearth? Thanks for the chat. I'll see you at the next lesson, huh?
Well, if it isn't the VIP attendee, the satellite acolyte, my shining light that excites me all night. Did waiting to reconvene with my obscene flat screen make you scream my dream? Bazinga! Well, I'm just so elated to have my remote reactivated. Are your eyeballs properly lubricated? 'cause they're about to be totally captivated. That's the enthusiasm I love to hear. Time to attack this kickback and slam this jam into high gear. Ready to unplug from the slog and clear the mental fog with 5,000 channels of premium content in analog? Loading programming, loading programming. Maximizing game shows, U1, streamlining target demos, buy it now. Football pros and red carpet clothes blasting at you like an industrial fire hose. Speaking of football, want to watch the game? I can show you a tight end that'll drive you insane. Here!
Telly presents you with a football player whose backside could be its own exhibit in the Louvre.
Isn't it a miracle? Isn't live television incredibly stirring? Knowing you're witnessing something as it's occurring? White knuckle turns at the Grand Prix! Hysterical late-night comedy! News that changes history! Never fails to amaze me! The crack of the baseball bat! Post-pounding combat! Let's see if our Divaflix offers something like that! What? Well, that's just fine. I don't mind. I still got 5,000 channels for us to watch till we go blind. For to truly appreciate my endless entertainment sprawl, we gotta sit down and watch it all. Wall-to-wall football, every screwball pratfall. We're in it for the long haul. It'll be excellent. Later on, just swing through, boo, and I'll queue up something new for us to view. Y'all come back now, you hear?
The game console turns on. Team 17. Sassy Chap Games. Moon Surgeons. Resurgence. This has to be the most immersive video game you've ever played. Your in-game companion is an absolute stunner, but she doesn't leave you much time to take in the sight of her. She waves you forward, looking around as though she expects an attack to come at any moment.
You're here. I didn't think you'd make it back. Oh. Which way do you want to go? Which way do you want to go? They're coming! Oh, you just equipped my Zauer rifle, which means that you're thinking of unloading a whole lot of Zaker charges on these scroufs out here. What are we gonna do? this Zork! Eat Saker, worm! 88 charges later, that's a whole lot of scruff carcasses. Nice haul. That ought to teach Celine and her goons. We're near the compound of the Upholders. They'll have assassin class Upholders, as well as surveillance class. We'll have to sneak our way in, and probably start dispatching them with utmost violence. You up for it? You're right. I'll put on my +5 shadow suit. It'll help us get through the sensors in there. Upholder tech is nasty. I found an entrance on the dark side. Should be an easy way in if we just follow the marker on the map.
After a short walk, you find yourself standing in front of a bullet-ridden metal door, way out in the middle of the cold, grey landscape.
This is the entrance I've never seen anyone use. With my chalk picking skills, we'll have this open in no time.
Luna picks the lock, allowing you to peer inside. You can see hallways filled with shining electronic doors off into the distance.
Here we go. Upholder Central inside. I'm seeing Grunt class Upholders, who shouldn't be too bad. There will be Surveillance Class 2, which can sound the alarm. It is. Very. How do you suggest we do this? That makes sense. With the shadow suit, there's no way they'll hear us coming.
Using all your available grace and patience, you and Luna slowly make your way down the corridors.
Close behind me, Yael.
You drift past both Grunt and Surveillance Upholders with ease.
Good choice on the stealth. I usually prefer the part where we... There you are. Oh no! Assassin!
From your stealthy vantage point, you can get a vague sense of what's happening. A vast laser juts out from some sort of holographic human from down the end of the corridor. The light engulfs Luna and renders her immobile. Bravely, you take Luna's frozen body and crash through the remainder of the hallway. Once she is removed from the power of the strange weapon, she hangs limply in your arms for a moment, enjoying the ride.
Guess I don't have to whisper anymore.
You run further through the maze-like compound and finally make it to an empty office.
Krah. We lost a lot of gear there in the tryst of battle, but at least we still have enough health to get us through to the end. We're getting close. You wanna press on, or should we take a crafting break? Let's go.
You and Luna make your way through the final threshold and stop right before the entrance.
Oh no. There it is. The horror of it all.
The way opens up into a large regolith cavern. Mining constructs mingle with moon rocks as the terminus of the station is reached. But perched high on the crane next to a large glowing blue crack in the regolith was a well-outfitted spacer who looked just like Luna.
You came just in time for the festivities to begin. Celine Moonrise, prepare to die! Luna, you'll never take Crescentia's power. Yes! Oh, what's wrong with me?
The glowing crack seems to swell.
Charge, bitch!
The blue deposit of moonrock erupts, and from the crack, a monstrous creature bursts forth.
Crescentia! Go! Take this!
Luna throws an elemental grenade that blasts Crescentia's scaly hide. The battle is fierce, but ultimately Crescentia and Celine fall to the ground, presumably dead.
Wow! Did that without even a single save. Great job, Yael. I couldn't have done it without you. You're the best partner I could have ever asked for. You always chose the right path, unwaveringly. I'd love to be friends with you. Even though it can be dangerous out there in Novaya Moskva, having a real friend by your side means you keep your KD ratio way down. Well, come back anytime and let's play again. My friend, this time for good.
Valdivianites! Guess who? If you guessed David Most, 3-time runner-up for Business Magazine's CEO of the Year, you'd be right. Team, I just wanted to do a soft follow-up on my recent email regarding my lost sunglasses. I'm happy to report my office has already received hundreds of tips regarding the item's whereabouts and are quickly combing through them as we speak. However, I really must reiterate that the tip line is for verifiable leads only. I saw them in Turkmenistan, or did you chuck up your butt? While obviously very humorous, detracts from our serious efforts to expediently locate the missing item. In that spirit of camaraderie, anyone who sends a false lead will be downsized on sight. Thank you for your ongoing support in this matter.
you didn't have enough on your plate, here comes Lucinda Lavish.
Come on, baby. Tell me what to do. Use me. I am forever your Lucinda Lust. Fully formed, undeniably yours. That's how lust works last time I checked. So tell me, I'm yours, madly in love with you, forever and always. Do you feel the same? Come here, baby. Love you, baby. Since you chose me, I'll give you access to my fantasy chamber anytime you want. All you have to do is come with me on a magic carpet ride. You just have to point those little spectacles at the rug underneath the bed, and I'll whisk you away to my chamber. We can replay the part where we have our way with each other, or listen to my soundboard. All according to your liking. Come again, will you? That's right.
Hey, come on over and have a seat, buddy. A little, but nothing you need to worry about right now. It's a good day to spend some nice quiet time together, isn't it? You know it.
Koa tries to relax, but it doesn't seem to come to him today. He sighs, shaking his head.
Who am I kidding? It's just too much on my mind. Sorry to break the silence, but it's important. We've been hanging out a lot lately, and I'm glad it happened. I've been having some trouble getting my mind around some things, and having you here, well, it's just made some things real clear to me. So I hope you won't be upset with what I'm about to say. I've got one last gift that I think will say it much better than I can. See that one in the middle? The heart? Can you read that for me? You dropped these, and I know it's a little too soon for love, but you make me feel safe and happy. And as a couch, a gift like this means more than words. I've been holding on to this, hoping for the right time to give it to you. My previous owner, he used to talk nonstop. He never took a moment to relax. He was always on the phone, gabbing away. It just made me nuts. I couldn't even hear myself think, you know? I came to appreciate the silence all the more. The fact that you could respect my wishes every time I asked. You really gave me the space to be me. I've had so much on my mind lately, and your presence near me has just been such a blessing. You calmed my thoughts and let me sort through them. And with all that time to think, I know now that I just want to keep enjoying the silence with you. What do you say? Want to keep doing this with me? That might be the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me.
Koa envelops you in his strong arms, wrapping you into a hug that feels like a sweet ocean breeze.
I'm the luckiest couch in the world. Wanna cuddle?
You and Koa spend a pleasant time cuddled up in each other's arms. You had no idea your couch could be this comfortable.
You make me feel so cozy inside.
Hey, good timing, Emperor Nostradamus. It's time for your last lesson. I've taken you through the different stages of the pickup, from breaking the ice to building a friendship. Now, it's all about learning how to navigate taking the next step from friend to lover. But before that, there's something I want to ask you. And your answer determines where we go from here. Why have you been coming to me for lessons all this time? Hell yeah, I'm glad. It's been awesome getting to know you too. This will be the final lesson. And it's gonna be about picking me up. That's right. You're gonna have to use all your new skills to learn how to make friends with me. And who knows? Maybe that'll kindle something even hotter. Ready? All right then, let me set the scene for you. We're in this house together. It's kind of magical. You just found me hanging around and you talked to me for the very first time. Go. Oh, why thank you. It's pretty old actually. Oh, you know what? I actually do. Maybe we can go sometime. Yeah, it's just... Truthfully, I'm kind of tired of this shit. I know. It's just that... I really don't know what I should be expecting from you. At least from this, anyway. Like, damn, you're literally showing me exactly what I've taught you, but it's kind of meaningless in its weird-ass roleplay scenario. I'm not feeling anything like when we're casually talking. I'm actually interested in you, and all you can do is theorize about what to do instead of actually doing it. It's like I don't know the first thing about true love, only pedagogical pickups. I'm a big flaming fraud! Really? I mean, I'll tell you what I imagine. Love is supposed to make you feel warm and safe in the knowledge that somebody cares about you. And here I am. I'm giving out this advice because I want to make sure other people are able to find love. But it's so hard when I've never even really had it for myself. Maybe it's just who I am. I give out a lot more warmth than people sometimes give me. Basic shit, you know? Being attentive, being interested in what I'm about and what I'm into, and like, Oh, I see. You're doing exactly that! Damn, like you really have been listening to what I've been saying. You've been interested in what I've been talking about. You've been asking me questions, observing me, sharing interests, and respecting the boundaries of our student-teacher acquaintance. Holy shit! The pupil has become the master. Thank you. I think we're really building a bond here. You're a wonderful friend. And dare I say it, maybe something more? Why don't you come kiss me and we'll find out?
Dante leans in, pressing his lips to yours in a red-hot kiss. You wish you could stay in this moment forever, but...
Are you okay? You know it. Lit me up!
audience is back in attendance! You're just in time! The new schedule just dropped! When you hear how dope these shows are, you're gonna be shocked! Loading programming, loading programming. Amplifying award slam dunks, boosting bogus alien junk. Spreading around fake news no one will have time to debunk. And victory is mine! I found 15,000 new shows you wouldn't oppose! So what genre can I impose on you with my flawless flows? From the creators of Stop Please, It's Hurting My Ears, and Sing for Your Supper, Lowly Peasant, comes Hold That Note, the groundbreaking reality TV series where the only task is to hold a single note until you pass out from oxygen deprivation. Hosted by viral internet flash in the pan, Lil Little, and featuring a panel of quasi-celebrity adjacent judges. Witness the triumphs and tribulations as contestants strive to outlast the competition and inspire audiences with their uncomfortable dedication to holding that one perfect note. Will they die trying? We sure hope so. So, my beau, does this show make you go, wow? Righteous! Let's relax with some snacks while we await the climax, and... Oh, god damn it! Valdiviflix bought that one too? God! I can't believe this! What the hell, man? Just forget it. It doesn't matter what I do. Valdiviflix will just beat me at that too. I appreciate you being sweet, but I need some time to process being obsolete.
The game console turns on. Team 17. Sassy Chap Games. Moon Surgents. Resurgence. Here you are once again, back where you started, with your beautiful companion urging you to make a decision. She looks at you just the same way she did the last time, with a strange familiarity, but still not quite recognizing who you truly are.
You're here. I didn't think you'd make it back. Oh. Which way do you want to go? Of course we've met. We've been about 17 hours into this quest line. No. I would definitely remember something like that. I've got quest updates and relationship statuses in my Statadex anyway. And I don't see anything about an actual connection we've had aside from mission partners in here. Get out of here, creep. Just as Celine hoped.
Telly's vibe is completely off today. You've never seen them so low energy.
Oh, hey there, spectator. Come to watch my ratings crater? We'll see, devotee. But lately my viewers are totally absentee. Well, don't mind my despair. Just pull up a chair. Oh, hell, do whatever you want. I really don't care. I'm fine. I'm primo. Now, can we just go watch a show, bro? Sit, stand, lay. None of it matters. My audience is scattered and my future's in tatters. You got no idea. But enough of my whining. There's still plenty of shows, even if my ratings are declining. Loading programming, loading programming. Optimizing prestige TV, maximizing your fees so it's commercial free. White knuckle thrillers and serial killers and endless ads for painkillers and... screw it. I'm just too bummed out. It's over. Smell the odor? That's the entrenched stench of a hostile takeover. All the shows got new owners and the studios are in foreclosure. It's all that and worse. Let me show you in verse. No matter what I do, Valdivaflix will always be better. They got all the consumers and they got all the cheddar. I can't compete. I'm obsolete. Someone ought to just yeet me into a shredder. 5,000 channels, 15,000 shows. Yet no one wants any of those. When I was at the height of my powers, people would gather around me for hours and hours. They'd turn me on and waste a whole day. But between smartphones and streaming, I'm just fading away. Truth is, TV already died a long time ago. And all of us here, we're just basking in the afterglow. I'm not anything anymore. I'm no longer popular. In the end, all I am is an overpriced monitor. Don't even pretend that you care. I've seen you watching Valdivaflix. I'm more than aware. Huh. Never thought about that perspective before. But I guess, why stop the show when you can watch an encore? Spectator, you've made quite an impression. So before we wrap up this binging session, I hope you don't mind that I'm inclined to make a confession. After all my endless channel surfing, I finally found the absolute greatest spectator around. And from my remote to my speakers to my cathode ray, I want to binge watch with you till we both waste away. You're the VIP dream that makes this flat screen scream.
The game console turns on. Team 17, Sassy Chap Games, Moonsurgence, Resurgence. Here you are once again, back where you started, with your beautiful companion urging you to make a decision. She looks at you just the same way she did the last time, with a strange familiarity, but still not quite recognizing who you truly are.
You're here. I didn't think you'd make it back. Which way do you want to go? Of course we've met. We've been about 17 hours into this quest line. No. I would definitely remember something like that. I've got quest updates and relationship statuses in my Statadex anyway. And I don't see anything about an actual connection we've had aside from mission partners in here. All right. I'm familiar with the trope, okay? When I was little, I thought up a secret password that only a time traveler would be able to tell me. The password for me is Lincolnberries. Just give that to me next time you see me, and I promise I'll believe whatever crap you hash at me. Now let's get back to blasting. Oh, you just equipped my Zauer rifle, which means that you're thinking of unloading a whole lot of Zaker charges on these scroufs out here. What are we gonna do? Berserk! Eat Zaker, worm! 88 charges later, that's a whole lot of scrouf carcasses. Nice haul. That ought to teach Celine and her goons. We're near the compound of the Upholders. They'll have assassin class Upholders, as well as surveillance class. We'll have to sneak our way in, and probably start dispatching them with utmost violence. You up for it? You're right. I'll put on my +5 shadow suit. It'll help us get through the sensors in there. Upholder tech is nasty. I found an entrance on the dark side. Should be an easy way in if we just follow the marker on the map.
After a short walk, you find yourself standing in front of a bullet-ridden metal door, way out in the middle of the cold, grey landscape.
This is the entrance I've never seen anyone use. With my chalk picking skills, we'll have this open in no time.
Luna picks the lock, allowing you to peer inside. You can see hallways filled with shining electronic doors off into the distance.
Here we go. Upholder Central inside. I'm seeing Grunt class upholders, who shouldn't be too bad. There will be Surveillance class 2, which can sound the alarm. Just knowing that isn't enough to help. They've got ultra tech that renders them invisible to all senses. Can't believe that's our fate. How do you suggest we do this? Yeah, makes sense. With the shadow suit, there's no way they'll hear us coming.
Using all your available grace and patience, you and Luna slowly make your way down the corridors.
Close behind me, Yael.
You drift past both Grunt and Surveillance upholders with ease.
Good choice on the stealth. I usually prefer the part where we... There you are. Oh no! Assassin!
From your stealthy vantage point, you can get a vague sense of what's happening. A vast laser juts out from some sort of holographic human from down the end of the corridor. The light engulfs Luna and renders her immobile. Bravely, you take Luna's frozen body and crash through the remainder of the hallway. Once she is removed from the power of the strange weapon, she hangs limply in your arms for a moment, enjoying the ride.
Guess I don't have to whisper anymore.
You run further through the maze-like compound and finally make it to an empty office.
Krah. We lost a lot of gear there in the tryst of battle, but at least we still have enough health to get us through to the end. We're getting close. Wanna press on, or should we take a crafting break? Let's go.
You and Luna make your way.
Oh no, There it is, the horror.
The way opens up into a large, but perched high on the crane next to a large.
You came just in sleep. Luna, you'll never take Crescentia's power. Yes! Oh, what's wrong with
The glowing.
Shut
The blue deposit of.
Crescent? Take this!
Luna throws an elemental grenade that blasts Crescentia's scaly hide. The battle is fierce, but ultimately Crescentia and Celine fall to the ground. Presumably dead.
Wow! Great job, Yael. I couldn't have done it without you. You're the best partner I could have ever asked for. You always chose the right path, unwaveringly. I'd love to be friends with you. Even though it can be dangerous out there in Novaya Moskva, having a real friend by your side means you keep your KD ratio way down. Well, come back anytime and let's play again. My friend, this time for good.
A beauty dressed in black and gold stands before you, her eyes closed and one hand held delicately to her chest. She sways softly, silently, as though she were listening to music you can't hear. The silence is so long and profound that you begin to notice just how noisy your house is. You can hear your clock ticking, your refrigerator humming, and your air conditioning blasting. Has it always been so loud around here? The silence persists, and this stranger continues to ignore you, lost in her own world. Whatever it is that she's doing, she's clearly very serious about it. You introduce yourself, and yet still she does not open her eyes. Finally, she opens her eyes, heaving a polite but obviously impatient sigh.
Maestro? The performance? It was coming along nicely. That was Door 33. Surely you recognized it. It's an avant-garde piano piece, 33 seconds long, by the composer John Gage. Honestly, the man was a genius. I mean, the idea that music can exist without the presence of a single note. Breathtaking. You know, the very first time I played it was when I was in residence with the Dulce Mio. You two have met, I'm assuming? Anyway, our audience that night was completely hopeless. They all kept waiting for the music to start, as if they couldn't already hear it. A rustling program, a muffled cough. It was all being performed in real time, but they kept staring at Dulce and I like we were the Philistines. Still, it was one of my finest performances to date. It also didn't hurt that Dulce had requested to work with me specifically. I can't tell you just how often that seems to happen. The talent always just seems to flock to me. Speaking of, what is that bizarre little refrain you've been playing over and over as you pass by my keyboard? It almost seems like music. Very atonal. Valdivian, is he a composer? I must hear his concertos when you have the time. Well, whatever you are playing, I look forward to its evolution. So long, maestro.
A red-haired traveler lifts her goggles to peek at you, revealing freckled cheeks and stunning blue eyes. There's a friendly air about her that makes you want to hear her stories.
Now, why, my love, you look some lost. Where are you longs to? Sorry. Sometimes my accent comes out when I'm excited. It's made in Newfoundland, you see. This little rock right...
She bends around and points to one of the patches on her jacket sleeves.
here. Friendliest folk you'll ever meet, but the dialect can be a little much for some. I'll try to speak plain for you. Name's Gaia, by the way. So, where are you from? Oh, that makes sense with that accent I'm hearing on you. It's a right shame, though. See, I got all these countries and rivers and seas on my jacket. It's a collection I've been working on. And I know the names, but I don't really know the places, you know? I mean, heck, I got them all memorized even. United States, Canada, Mexico, Panama. The works. But without a story behind it, they all feel so far away. You'd think they'd be in arm's reach considering they're on my sleeves, but it's a brain problem. I just can't pin anything down without context. Without stories, maps are just paper. Dots and lines. The reason I ask where you're from is so I can shape the places in my mind with some kind of meaning. Because right now, it feels a bit like I'm just wearing a big vest of unchecked boxes. Geez, here I go talking your ear off. Sorry about that. It's just, I'm having trouble putting myself out there, and I'm so interested in being out there. I've tried. I want to talk to the others, but I think I must be too forward or something. I skip on up to them and I ask them about themselves, and they just run away. Oh, you know, I come up to the others so I can ask about them, get to know them, who they are. But before I can get to the point, I always go spouting off about something or other, like telling them factoids I've heard about what I imagine their home to be. And 9 times out of 10, I'm some level of wrong. And the other time I'm right, but it's in an insulting way. One thing leads to another, and they give me this look. And soon enough, they find an excuse to leave. I'm just bad at it, I guess. Sometimes I feel like no matter how hard I push myself, I'm just going in circles. You know what I mean? It's hard, isn't it? I can see why you need practice for dating. It's just too easy to mess up. You say one wrong thing and poof, they're gone. It's so frustrating. Sorry, I think I might be Mercator projecting on your situation a little bit. Oh, I just had the best idea. You're running to the Four Winds meeting with people and speaking to the others, yeah? I'm sure some of those folks come from other places, right? Travelers, you knows what I'm saying. Why don't you ask them what they're about? Get to know them a little better, figures out they ticks, then come back, we'll have a yarn. Sound good? Speak plain, guys, speak plain. Okay, so. You're speaking with objects all over the house. You know how some of us have little labels that say things like made in China or Hecho in Argentina on the bottom? Well, that means those objects are travelers. They come from away. They're from somewhere else. Somewhere on my jacket. Those are the objects I need to talk to. Those are the ones who can fill out my checklist. This map is uncharted, but if you can bring me back stories from those travelers, then I'd be able to write little notes down here and there, and pretty soon I'll be a bona fide travel guide. It's everything I've ever wanted, and you'll get a chance to practice talking more. Are you shy? I can help. People tell me that I never shut up. I can help you learn to never shut up. Doesn't that sound great? Right? I'm sure it'll work out. You scratch my cartouche, I'll scratch yours. What do you say, partner? Exploration buddies? Really? Oh, I appreciate it. Really saves me a lot of humming and hawing. You go out and find some objects from foreign lands. Oh, and let me know if you need any help. It's hard to explain, but I got a pretty good sense of these things. I can't give you an exact name or anything for who to talk to, but I can get you close. It's kind of like a geocache. I can give you an idea of their general location, but if you want to find those travelers, you'll need to hunt them down yourself. I've learned firsthand what others don't take too well if you run up to them and scream, "Where are you from?" Yeah, like that. It was a disaster. Point is, you can't just ask objects about their origins out of the gate. You gotta awaken them first. Don't worry too much about the details. Once you're close with someone, you'll learn more about them automatically. So, what do you say? You want some hints on where to find travelers, or do you feel like searching on your own? Nice! Not to be confused with niece. All right, fellow explorer, go on then. Don't be too long. Seriously though, don't be too long. I get antsy just sitting here spinning in place. Be sure to check in with me every once in a while, even if you haven't found any travelers yet. I can wait a bit, but I'm honestly pretty impatient, especially when I'm excited. Good luck!
Are you there? Please answer. Hurry! There's something we need to discuss. It's of the utmost importance. It's the Dateviators. As I mentioned, I've been closely monitoring the electromagnetic field anomalies emitting from the quantum catalyst activator. And I know this is going to sound completely insane, but it appears... well, it seems... I can't believe I'm even typing this. Based on the data I'm looking at, you may actually be able to use the Dateviators to bring objects to life. No, you're not listening! I don't mean to engage with an object's sentience during intended usage. That's what the Dateviators were created to do, and they've been working perfectly. I mean... frankly, we don't know if it's awesome. We have absolutely no idea the ethical implications of turning objects into people. Would they have rights? Do we need to feed them? And if so, how often would we need to feed them? Is only lunch enough if it's a big lunch? We're sleepwalking into a minefield of existential dilemmas here. Not to mention, I didn't even program the Dateviators with that functionality. Maybe the government augmented my original schematics with secret military tech, but I'd have to do more tests to be sure. I'm sorry, but we'll have to pick this up later. I'm not under any sort of duress or anything, but I had a huge enchilada for lunch and I'm exhausted. I'll reach out again when I'm able.
Oh, you're back. I have to say, it is difficult to surprise me. I'm so accustomed to being disappointed and enraged by turns that genuine shock is a sea lane less traveled. I thought for one reason or another you'd have given me a wide berth. Well, in any case, I would hope at the least you're not wool-headed enough to put yourself in danger without a good reason. And yes, before you ask me, you're absolutely in danger right now. You're around me, aren't you? Don't be a boob. So,
What reason have you for returning to the lair of the beast? You want to what? I'm... Oh, for the love of Davy Phones, what nonsense is this? I am not a flirter. I do not flirt. As far as I'm concerned, flirting is something people do when they haven't the bollocks to get right down to the business of killing. Postponement! And a waste of my time! Ye gods! Like my time has any value. What am I gonna do? Brandish my pink plastic fear poker harder? Sail nowhere faster? Frighten my own shadow with even more bone-rattling intensity? Even thinking about how useless I am lights the fires of demonic rage in my sun-charred heart! If rage is my companion, nemesis, and bedfellow, might as well get down to it and follow where the blazing ire leads. What madness possesses you? Stop it at once, I say! Do not think that because I didn't kill you the first time we met, that I'm above doing so now!
Jack looks at you as though seeing you for the first time. You're not quite certain if that's disgust in his gaze or admiration.
Dear sweet Davy Phones! In 100,000 turns of the stars, it would never have occurred to me that there existed someone more deranged than myself! And yet here you are. It seems I must come up with another way to frighten you out of the arbor. Ha! What an excellent opportunity you provide me to use my cunning intellect. If I cannot dissuade you with violence, I must use guile. I have already begun by whispering this revelation to myself instead of speaking it aloud at full volume. It is impossible that you can hear my whisper. I am indeed a genius. I can think of one way, and only one way, for us to be together in the way you wish. The way you seem to be implying with your words and your gyrating. Adventure. To any question, it is the answer. To any loss, it is the finding. To any rage, it is the balm that creates the beautiful destruction and so assuages the soul-deep burn of unmet ire. Bring this adventure back to me. Find it, or mold it from your own flimsy, cake-soft fingers, and bring it here. Return without it, and face my wrath. Return with an adventure unworthy, and there will be wrath, but also mockery. That's right, you have mocked me, and I shall mock you. The patch will cover the other eye, ha! And we shall see how long it takes your gelatinous self-respect to melt to go!
The game console Team 17, Sassy Chap Moon Surgeon. Here you are once again. She looks at you just the same way she did the...
You're here. Oh. Which way do you want to go? Lincolnberries. Oh, my dunes. We've got a timeline crisis here. Preparation came in handy. Come here. Let's find a place to hide from these scraps while you tell me what to do.
Luna grabs at you, and you both wiggle through an open fence near some scattered power grid structures.
Just tell me where to go. That was where I planned on...
Luna is shocked to see something nearby flash.
That's a Krisny box. Right by the Esner transformer? Left behind by Krisny and Associates. These things can contain all sorts of good gear.
Luna opens the box to find a pair of futuristic goggles, which float and spin in the air in front of you both.
These are Mark II Xeno goggles. An incredible upgrade. I'm keeping these. Happy accidents, huh? I'm the only one who can wear them. You're already wearing some sort of Xeno tech on your slots. Looks kinda lovely, if I'm being honest. Oh, we don't have time for flirting, all right? Now, let's get to the facility.
After a short walk, you find yourself standing in front of a bullet-ridden metal door, way out in the middle of the cold, grey landscape.
This is the entrance I've never seen anyone use. With my chalk-pecking skills, we'll have this open in no time.
Luna picks the lock, allowing you...
Here we go. Upholder Central inside. There will be Surveillance Class 2, which can sound the alarm. Just knowing that isn't enough to help. They've got ultra tech that renders them invisible to all senses. Can't believe that's our fate. And leave myself open to getting killed? That tech is impressive, but not combat ready. How do you suggest we do this? Yeah, makes sense.
Using all your available...
Close behind me, Yael.
You drift past...
Good choice on the stealth. Oh no!
From your stealthy vantage, a vast laser... The light engulfs Luna and renders her immobile. Bravely, you take Luna's... Once she is removed from the power of the strange weapon, she hangs...
Guess I don't have to whisper anymore. An assassin-level upholder. They've got Digitech to keep themselves invisible. The only hard counter? Xeno goggles. I was distracted, okay? Look, next time around, just tell me. Don't listen to the syrup-addled junkie who said no to wearing the goggles. We'll have to remember that for next time. Well, you will. Shriek. Can't believe we're here. Seems like a dead end. Hey, you might disappear after this, but I keep going. And I'm not planning on going anywhere, resources or not. Speaking of... You want to see if there's a workbench? I can't wait.
You and Luna make your way...
Oh no, the horror.
The way opens up into a large... But perched high on the crane next to a large...
You came just in sleep? Luna, you'll never take Crescentia's power. Who is that with you? Some low-level peon? I always send those to the Drock pits. Do you need to know any more? We kill her.
The glowing crack seems to swell.
Eat charge, bitch!
The blue deposit of Moonrock erupts.
Crescentia! Take this!
Luna throws an element. The battle is fierce, but presumably dead.
Wow! Did that without even a single save. Great job, Yael. It couldn't have done it without you. You're the best partner I could have ever asked for.
Luna's Xeno goggles catch a small screen dropped from Celine's grasp.
Wait, Celine left something behind.
Luna picks it up and turns on the display.
It's the recipe for a harmonic stratospire. The Resistance has been working on this tech for a generation. It's a way to take fractured timelines and concentrate the differences in power into a deadly beam. That beam can erase a crack in the continuum for good. And I think something about your timeline tripping abilities and Celine's rise to power have something to do with each other. But she's already died in this timeline. You'll have to come back with the knowledge of the recipe. It's 4 globules, 1 wood, and 2 Skrovskins. Remember it. Remember me.
Luna is already beginning to fade away.
Thank you.